Today we're talking about Johannesburg's gems. Those are the parks and of course the zoos in a great city like Johannesburg. These are treasures. We're hearing that the city of Joburg is busy with upgrades. So give us a sense of the extent of these upgrades.
I mean, you're right, it is gems. The Johannesburg Zoo, for example, is already celebrating 112 years old.
That is awesome.
So it's fantastic.
I mean, we all grew up visiting the Joburg Zoo.
No, it started in 1904 and has been a gem for the city ever since. As for the upgrades, you know, as Johannesburg City Parks and Zoo, we do a number of capital infrastructure development projects where we try and upgrade, we try and introduce new facilities to the citizens of the city. You would understand or appreciate that given the legacy of the past, we have more trees, more public open spaces, more parks in the northern suburbs of Johannesburg. And so for a number of years we've been very focused on the south, trying to uplift the southwestern townships, stretching from Riverlea all the way into Soweto, Lenasia and up to Orange Farm. And we do a number of projects in that regard.
So what kind of upgrades are we talking about?
It really is, it varies from project to project. At the zoo, for example, we are currently busy, you know, we found that it's such a popular venue that we've been experiencing severe traffic congestion. We need to create more parking for our citizens, and so we are busy with a multi-million rand project in building a massive parking lot on Lower Park Road, which we feel is going to take care of some of the congestion.
Look, I've had issues with parking at the zoo as well, so this is great news. Yeah.
And we want to take the opportunity to apologize for the inconvenience. You know, with these projects, unfortunately, as we build the parking lot, we are asking citizens to maneuver around the zoo, and it remains very popular. You know, people are parking at Zoo Lake. We've gotten a relationship with the War Museum, which is just adjacent to the zoo, so visitors can park there too. But we feel that that particular project will probably be finished early next year. By March, April, we think that the parking lot will be open to the public.
Sounds great. I mean, it's springtime. People want to go out and
it's going to be fantastic.
Enjoy the
We're
parks.
Very excited about it.
Which are the most popular parks in Johannesburg as a matter of interest?
Well, you know, we have over 2,000 parks as our portfolio as City Parks and Zoo. And out of that, unfortunately, we have to prioritize. And so we've divided them into flagship parks, which about just over 40 flagship parks. Then you have your developed parks. These are parks that have children play equipment in them. And then your underdeveloped parks, usually generally public open spaces. People still use it for recreational purposes, but we've not put a lot of infrastructure in it. We've fenced it, we've put a few benches, and that's about it. The most popular ones are our flagship parks. High density usage by the citizens. And here we're talking from Zoo Lake, Innisfree in Sandton, we're stretching all the way to Tokoza Park in Soweto, and a number of other flagship facilities that we have. These are facilities that we attend to weekly. Every 7 days, we have people there cutting, pruning, keeping it clean and so forth. Our developed parks, we spend once a month. Every 30 days, we have people there. And then the underdeveloped parks are over a 60-day, 90-day period.
Give us a sense of the overall budget, the overall spend around the parks. What spend are we talking about when it comes to upgrades on an annual basis? And are you actually spending this money?
As City Parks and Zoo, we, over the last, sort of on average, we have a budget of close to about 80 million rand, which we then invest in capital infrastructure development. Last year, we were fortunate to have a little bit more than 100 million rand, which goes a long way in terms of park development, and perhaps the elections had something to do with that. But this financial year, 16-17 going forward, we have just under 90 million, which is a little bit less, but we make do with what we have. And that will go into, as I say, a whole plethora of upgrades that we are doing.